Welcome back, everyone, to another Storytime review here on Scamping with Jay. Like the title says, this one I'm going to cover some more woes of the 2021 season. As most of you know, I had some trouble with my trailer. My first trip out, my wife had to come pick up my trailer in the car. Had to take a wheel in, get it repaired at the shop. Now I know that I've got about a 200-mile service window on my trailer when it comes to the wheels until I design a suspension system and buy better wheels themselves, and hopefully they'll hold up better and I can at least make a full season without having to do any type of repairs. So anyway, this past weekend I had reservations to the Bong Rec Area down in Kenosha. Got up Friday morning super early like I always do on camping weekends so I can, bring everything up from the basement, load the trailer, get everything going. So I get up early, I take care of all that, I get outside, get everything outside, uncover my scooter, unlock my scooter, go to roll it to the area where I'm going to start hooking the trailer up to it and stuff, and realize it's rolling pretty hard. And I look back, and of course she's sitting on a flat tire. So, crap, what do I do? Well, obviously I can't fix a tire at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, and I'm camping. I'm on my way to work, and as soon as I'm off work, I'm headed out and I'm going camping. So, quick change of plans. Since Bong Recreation Area, their campsites have a parking spot intended for RVs or cars or whatever. Just figure I'll throw everything in the trunk of the car, make the best of the weekend, and go from there. So I get the car all loaded up, put the scooter back in her spot, and start driving to work. Stop and grab a Starbucks to kind of make myself happy because, I'm bummed that I got to go camping in the car. And then I get about halfway to work and realize that I didn't cover up or lock the scooter back up. So now I've got to make a trip home after work because I don't have time to turn around and go back and do it then. So I go ahead and continue on to work. I get to work significantly early, so I decide, all right, I want a new camping chair. I want to try a new tent. I got to pick up some camping food anyway. So to save time, I hit the Walmart that's right by work and took care of all that shopping I was going to do after work, since now after work I've got to go home and lock up the scooter really quick. So I take care of all that and everything's fine. And, I drive down to Bong Recreation Area. Now, I knew going in that this wasn't going to be my ideal spot. I'm not a fan at all of the cul-de-sac suburban tent cities, is what I like to call those. Another word I heard today was campground, and that's pretty much what this was. I pulled in. The gentleman at the, little hut there or whatever when you first pull in, he was very friendly, very helpful. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about him at all. He did a great job there. And I drive back to my site, which was in the the Sunset campground. There's two different campgrounds in Richard Bong. One's right inside the gate. The other one is a 4-mile drive into the recreation area. So, of course, I got the one that was the 4-mile drive into the recreation area. And I pull around and I pull into my site, or not pull into my site, I'm pulling up to my site and I go, wait, there's a car there. Someone's in my site. Oh, this sucks. But as I get closer, I pull up, a little bit more. I just realize that our sites are extremely close. He's actually parked in his own campsite. I was in 327, he was in 329, and there's not much room between those two campsites. So right there I was even getting more irritated at the day, through nobody's fault of my own, just a victim of circumstance at this point. Now, I wanted site 328, but waiting for payday to roll around to make my reservation, I lost out on that one. So I just thought, okay, let's do 327. And that way I can kind of scope that side of the loop and see which one I might want to try next time. So anyway, I got 327 based on the pictures that the website has. Um, it 327 kind of has an L shape to it. So you pull in, and then the fire pit's over here, and then there's trees between the fire pit and the road, which I thought would give me a little bit more privacy. No. Camping at Richard Bong, you are on display. It's like a drive-through museum of camping, and every camper that's set up there is just a display and part of it. So I decided I wasn't going to stay. Like, I had already paid for it, $18 a night plus a $7 reservation fee. So I'm already at 40 some odd dollars, and I just decide, you know what, it's going to be too hot this weekend. This is definitely not for me. I need a little bit of privacy. There wasn't enough privacy to pee on a tree. So I would have literally had to just walk to the bathroom throughout the entire trip, and I'm camping. I don't need a toilet. I have my own toilet. I can pee outside, but Richard Bong didn't even offer enough privacy to pee outside, which is ridiculous when you're camping. So before packing up and going ahead and leaving, I said, well, let me go check out 328. And I walk over to 328, and it's not any more secluded than any other one is. It may not have campsites on either side of it. I'll go ahead and share a zoom in of the screenshot of the actual map that the website shows, and you can see where 327 is. So I kind of feel bad because it is close to the two campsites around it. I just didn't think, based on the map, that someone would actually put campsites that close to one another. I could hear my neighbor's conversation as I stood there for a couple minutes contemplating whether if I was going to stay or not. So how are they going to feel hearing my music? So it's just bad for everyone all the way around. So if you can also see from this map again that I'll put up right here, look at 328 right now. 328 looks pretty secluded, doesn't it? It looks like it's back in the woods all by itself, doesn't have a whole lot around it. And I'm telling you right now that 328 is a stage. From the road, there is no privacy whatsoever. You may not have campsites on either side of you that are super close, but everybody that walks or drives past or rides past on their bicycle, they're going to look right into your site and see exactly what you're doing. They're going to see exactly what gear you're using. They're going to see everything you've got out, so it's just not very, very private at all. So at that point, I realized that Richard Bong Recreation Area was a complete bust, and this is something that I'm not even going to try again. There's just no way, unless you want to rent 3 of the spots and just hang out at one, but you're still going to be on display from the road because every single site there is on display from the road. There is no getting away from the road. There's no bends, there's no anything. All the driveways are just straight back, and look at me as people walk by. Excuse me. So if you're looking for any type of privacy, Richard Bong Recreation Area is not for you at all. If you're a community camper and you like to meet new people, or you have a large group that would like to rent, several spots, and you don't mind every stranger that drives or walks past looking at you, you may want to give this place a try. But I was not impressed. I will not be going back. So my personal opinion, some people enjoy it. Obviously, it's got a 4.4 star review on Google. So there's a lot of people out there that like it. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and give it just 1 star. It's not a place for me or anyone that's looking for any type of seclusion or any type of primitive actual camping feel. So after leaving there, I decided, since I was so close to my friend's house, and he was going to come out to the campsite anyway and have a few beers with me. I decided to just flip the plans and told him, hey, dude, I'll meet you at your house. We'll have a few beers on the porch. This weekend's a bust, and it's probably too hot anyway. So I go over there, and as always, great time. Great family, very good friend of mine. He comes up with the idea later on, like, hey, why don't you just, put your tent in the backyard here and stay for the night since we've had a few beers. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to try out the new tent I bought anyway. So, I go out, get the new tent, start to go setting it up and realize that I should have looked at it closer. It's a tent that requires the stakes for structural integrity. And I don't like using the stakes. I don't camp in the wind. I don't camp in extreme weather. The weight of my stuff inside my tent has always been more than enough to hold it in its place. I've never needed to use the stakes. So to have to use the stakes to even get the tent up is really a no-go for me. And then after, of course, everybody went to bed, I tried to go to bed, and as soon as I crawled into that tent, half the stakes pulled out and folded up on me, so that was enough of that. I just decided it was best if I head home at that point. So grabbed all my beer and grabbed all my gear and everything else and loaded up the car and just came home for the night and, just called it a failed weekend overall, outside of the few hours that I was over at Cliff's house having a great time. So there you have it. That's my review of Bong. I don't have any pictures really to share. All the sites were occupied. I'm not comfortable taking pictures of complete strangers for YouTube content. That's the only reason I didn't take any type of pictures. I didn't take pictures of the site I actually had because the neighbors in 329 were so close that I would have been taking pictures of strangers, and I'm really trying not to do that. Wouldn't make them feel comfortable, doesn't make me feel comfortable doing it, so sorry for the lack of pictures. You're just going to have to take my word for it on this one. But the big announcement that is in the title that I wanted to make everyone aware of. In 2 weeks, I will be going back to the Old Chorus Family Farm in Russell, Illinois, where Scamping with Jay all started last July. This has been my favorite spot so far. This will be my 3rd time back. I'm hoping to get there 3 total times this year. It's just everything I look for in a site, and I won't go into great detail because there will be a video of that one 2 weeks from now. So, thanks for listening to my Complain Fest here. If you like Richard Bong Recreation Area, good for you. It's not for everyone, so don't be mad at me because I didn't enjoy myself. Other than that, please like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.